Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett, and my hands is, no, not nonstop. It is Scout Comics' latest box. Now, Scout Comics does a box every single month. It's, not quite a blind box, but it is the releases for the upcoming month. I think a good chunk of them, and sometimes some of the releases from the previous month. What's really cool is you get a lot of their releases, and you get number ones, and sometimes like variants, and basically, if you're into Scout Comics, a good chunk of what they release, it's totally worth getting this box. You don't miss anything, and honestly, I discovered a lot of cool stuff that way. So let's open up. We're going to show it off. The big thing is they do show off what is in each box. So, if you go to their pages or go follow them or whatever, you might not know what is in here. I try to do my best to avoid all that, so I am nice and surprised. All right, start off, we got a nice poster from White Ash. The second season, I believe, is coming up soon. It says coming November. As I said, coming soon, so I was right. There we go with that. We get Lunar Ladies. I know this is an upcoming series that's from them. If I remember right, it was like someone they have to fight to become like Queen of the Moon or something like that. It sounded really intriguing, I remember from the pitch. And that they gave a nice little bonus of the free comic book day issue of White Ash, which is nice. Like the fact that they threw this in, and I don't think it's probably going to count towards the overall amount. I don't remember. I forgot if their amount is supposed to be like, I think it's 13 comics in each one. So we'll open up. We're going to show this off. What we get. So I say comics, but there also can be ash cans. Really, if you are a collector, this is one to get, and I think it's pretty cool of them. I have noticed that sometimes they do put in much older stuff, which is completely fine. But generally, it's what's coming out the upcoming month, and sometimes like just their like recent releases as well. Overall, I think it's a solid box. If you're into comics, if you're into indie comics, it's a good way to go. All right. And they did do a different box this month, which is interesting. It doesn't have the Scout. It's got the little Nonstop logo. So, changing it up. All right, let's start here. We got Little Guardians, number 1 from Nonstop. I believe this might have just come out. I'm not 100% sure, but it's from Scoot. Scoot's their like kid line. From the little I've read of Scoot, it tends to be pretty entertaining stuff. So it tends to be solid if you want kids reading. Redshift, I've been digging this. So we did review the first 2 issues. The third one, the story is like a guy gets sent off. So humanity's on Mars. Resources are drying up. They need to go find a new place to live. They've been sending out a bunch of ships to go find that. No one's ever come back. They want to go send this guy whose mother they sent out. He first says he doesn't want to do it. They find a second person, and then he sneaks on board to go help her succeed. So it should be pretty interesting to see where all this goes. Locus number 4. Apocalyptic series. People get turned into like giant locusts is the twist to it. Hasn't been quite what we expected. Much more, I think, Mad Max-ish than like just fighting zombie locust type things. So, been a fairly intriguing series. I definitely have to catch up on that. Snatched number 2. Wasn't the biggest fan of this first one. It has to do with Hereweaves and like crime families over Hereweaves stuff. It was a little weird. I thought a little kind of. It was like borderline abusive towards women. I had a lot of issues with it. We'll see if the second issue gets a little bit better. This one, Knights of the Cadillacs, number 1. This was out this week, so you know what that means? It means we need to do a review by the end of the weekend. What was this? Oh, this was, I think it was like vampires come to Earth to get resources and then wind up battling it out. So this one is one we're gonna definitely have to cover because I wanted to do a written review of it, and I just didn't get a chance. Midnight Western Theater. Honestly, I have been reading it. Issue 5. I apologize. I love these covers though. These are such great covers. They definitely catch my eye, and I just stink and haven't read it. That's all on me. There's another one, Broken Souls Ballad from Black Caravan. Black Caravan's kind of like their adult line. I'd say more like heavy metal-ish meets Vertigo is kind of the vibe I would give it. The series has been pretty solid that I've read. I haven't read this one. It's only 3 issues in, the covers have been pretty cool. Like, part of it is I'm just not the biggest horror fan, so to get me to, like, really commit and dive into horror takes a little bit, and, yeah, like, stuff like this cover does not help. Like, I forget, what is it, tryptophobia or whatever it is, that have, like, a slight case of that, so me looking at that cover is just, no, that jacks me up. By the Horns, we've been loving this series, issue 6. I don't know if it's going to wrap up the first arc. The series has been extended, so there's going to be more arcs, which is pretty awesome. The story is this woman's fiance or husband, I think it's her husband, gets jacked up by unicorns. He's in a coma, I believe, at this point. She goes on a mission to go kill unicorns and instead winds up teaming up with them to go defeat, like, evil wizard monsters. Really interesting fantasy series. I would say kind of like a Final Fantasy type-ish world, where there's, like, a mix of technology and magic and stuff like that. We've been loving this. Everyone that's been reading it from us has been loving it. Rabid World, zombie series. It's about what you need to know. Zombie series has been really solid. If you're into, Walking Dead, stuff like that, check this out. Tarte, Devils and Demigods. I've been hearing a lot about Tarte. I have not read it. Totally on me. That's a pretty cool cover, though. This looks like a neat one to check out. My only thing is, like, I think it's a bunch of one-shots, so I don't know if I need to read the other stuff to catch up to this. But, we'll give that a shot, because that looks like a really cool cover. The Shepherd, Path of Souls. This is from Nonstop. I think I read the first Shepherd issue, and then I never read the rest of the series. Check it out. If I remember right, like, this was a guy whose entire thing was helping souls, like, get to the other world. It was an interesting concept, but honestly, I just didn't read it. Impossible Jones. This came out, I believe, last week, and was praised by the team. Multiple reviews of it, all of it very, very positive. And, they dug it. They really, really enjoyed it. The art, this cover is awesome. Like, very Mike Allred cover. Like, I really, really dig that art. This is some neat stuff. So this is one I wanted to read, but other people wanted to review it, so I focused on other stuff and wasn't able to get back to go and read this. So now I have it on my hands. I have to do that. So we'll go and we'll make sure to get these done, I think, by the end of the week to, just rock some stuff out. So overall, like, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 comics. 10, yeah, 12 comics, plus the free comic book day, plus the poster and the little card. All very, very cool. I'm always a big fan of this. This is a great box, and I'm very happy to get it. And you can get yours. We got a link underneath this video where you can purchase it. I mean, if you're into indie comics, if you're into Scout, this is kind of a no-brainer, I think. Go check it out. Like, we get nothing for this. If you yeah, I've made my piece. I've said my piece. If you're into Scout, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.